Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology. Where you hear all the intimate details of a first date. And now, here is our host, Chuck Woolery.
All right, thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Good-looking audience. We're going to meet our next guest. She's a national Latin dance champion. She also enjoys playing the accordion, and she recently lost over 80 pounds. And she claims that if a man ever gets out of line, she'll whip him right back into shape. Please welcome Judy Kjos. Hi, Judy. How are you? Good. Have a seat. So this guy's out with you, and how do you whip him back into shape, Judy?
Well, we have 2 sets of twins in our family.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
And you're one of them, I suppose?
Yes. My sister and I are twins. My brother and sister are twins.
I see.
So we had a bullwhip team act.
A bullwhip team act?
That's right. That's right.
You did? What a, well, that's kind of odd. I mean...
Sure is.
Are you got 4 people cracking whips?
That's right. Precision bullwhip team act.
Precision bullwhip.
Right. What I do is I take a big purse and put the whip in the back.
Do you really? Honestly?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, come on. You need a lot of men at your dance competitions?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Very handsome men.
Are they?
Yes, very handsome. And I wear those sexy dance dresses.
Right.
And they always notice my legs.
Those things are kind of sexy, aren't they? I mean, you're talking about ballroom dancing, I'm
Ballroom
assuming,
dance
right?
dresses, Latin dresses, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That are very consuming, you know.
Yeah.
And so...
That's kind of exciting, those dances. I've watched them before.
Yes.
I'm getting a little excited right now. But it is. It's very pretty, too, and,
Very nice.
And a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. And so you don't very often meet a man there to date because they're really interested in their dancing.
I see.
They really don't have time to date.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at the men that Judy had to choose from. Now, remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her. First, there's Steve. He's a former member of the Los Angeles Police Department Reserve. He claims that his great mind and his great body make him a great catch. And here's Steve's theory on the main difference between men and women.
A man will look at things very logically, and he'll be looking at a woman in terms of, will she, can I live with her? In other words, does she have all the qualities that I'm looking for? A woman will immediately, within probably the first 10 seconds, decide, that's the man I want, and I'm going to make him exactly like I want him to be if he isn't there already.
And next there's John. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island, describes himself as the type of guy who's always kind to small children and beautiful women. Yeah, here's how he feels about dating women who are beautiful and smarter than he is.
If she were better looking than I and also more intelligent than I, boy, I would have big problems. Because then she would have 2 advantages over me, whereas if I was more intelligent, that would balance her beauty.
Finally, Ed, he was raised in White Plains, New York, and he thinks that hospitals are the best place to meet prospective dates. He says that the first thing women notice about him is his resemblance to Sylvester Stallone, and here's more on that.
People compared me to him because of our size and the way I talk. So you know, I don't particularly, you know, I've never really been concerned about being with a famous person. I like who I am. But it's not bad, you know, if you want to be someone, it's not bad to be a big, good-looking guy like him. I think I'm better looking than he is, but that's another story.
All right. Those are the 3 men Judy had to choose from. It's time for you to vote. Who do you think would be the best man for her? Okay, going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the man that Judy selected, hear everything that happened on her date, and we'll do that in 2 and 2.
What came first, the chicken or the pizza? Well, at Shakey's, it doesn't matter, because right now you get both. 5 pieces of golden fried chicken and a 1-topping medium-sized pizza, plus our famous Mojo potatoes, all for just $9.98. You see, at Shakey's, it doesn't matter what came first, because there's plenty left over for seconds. Shakey's, still bringing a good deal to every meal.
When you look at this list, half the stuff isn't so naughty. I mean, taking an extra piece of cake. Why, that cake was just asking to be, begging to be.
Everyone on your Christmas list deserves something special for Christmas, like these great-looking sweaters from Miller's Outpost. And this week, save on casual spectral sweaters for young men at $15.99, and junior shaker sweaters in all the latest colors just $17.99.
Santa would agree. Christmas is the time of giving, and we're giving some people a break.
Besides, we still got a list.
Introducing the new Sidekick from Suzuki. Available with everything you want in a rugged four-wheel drive. Like cruise control, a cushy ride, power windows, power steering, yeah. Plus automatic transmission, fuel-injected 1.6-liter engine, and room for a whole bunch of Cocker Spaniels. The new Sidekick, a jewel on the road, a diamond in the rough, yeah. Expensive? Nah.
Just in time for the holidays, it's the Broadway What a Saturday Super Sale, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday. Save 20 to 50% throughout the store, only at the Broadway.
Start spreading the news. Win, lose, or draws making waves in the Big Apple.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Just try to top this chorus line of sexy Susan Lucci, Peter Marshall, Kim Fields, and fame's Gene Anthony Ray.
I dance, act, and now I'm getting ready to sing.
Why not? They're all tearing up the town in style.
Rip it, go, go.
Right in the heart of Central Park.
You gotta have art.
On the next Win, Lose, or Draw from New York.
Tonight at 7:30, nowhere else but Channel 9.
Okay, we're back. Judy's going to tell us who she selected. Who'd you pick?
One.
Pick number one, and that is?
Steve.
Steve. All right. Haven't seen each other since their date. And number one's backstage. So let's say hello to Steve Taylor. Hi, Steve.
Hi, how are you?
Just fine, thank you. Make yourself at home back there, Steve, okay?
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Steve.
Well, tell me about the date.
Well, I asked him what he liked to eat. And he said he liked Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of a nice, quaint place in Pasadena.
Right.
And we set the time up at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
So he arrived promptly at 6:30.
Right on the button.
Yes, how I know that? The cuckoo clock went off.
The cuckoo clock. Well, you're loaded with all bull whips, accordions, and cuckoo clocks. I mean, you got it all. Now what happened?
So he came in. Oh, I opened up the door.
Good.
And I thought, yeah. I opened up the door, and I thought an angel sent him to me.
Really?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes. I really did.
That's very sweet. Now, what kind of impression did she make on you, Steve?
Well, an excellent impression. The first thing is I felt that she looked a lot younger than her age. I was very pleased.
Oh, that's
I was looking forward to the evening.
Off to a good start.
Yes.
Now what happens?
So I invited him in, and he sat down on the couch, and I said, come on, I'll show you the rest of the house. So I gave him a tour.
And where'd she take you?
Well, through the house. I had noticed that there was a little parakeet up on one of the lamps, and so I mentioned that, and she said, well, let's take a look. A live parakeet, okay. Yes. In addition...
There's more.
Well, in addition to the birds that we saw, also I saw many of the trophies, medals, and what have you that Judy had won in her international and national dance contests. It was quite impressive, and I shared that when I was younger, I belonged to a cotillion and won a few little trophies in a couple of dance contests that I'd entered.
This is going along really nicely, isn't it?
Yes.
So now what happens?
So we went to dinner. And we had a lovely dinner, and we sat and talked. And I got to know him a little bit better. And he told me he was an ex-police officer in the reserve.
Right.
And we talked about trauma centers and the gunshot wounds and the knife stabbings and all that good stuff. Over dinner.
I hope you weren't having steak or anything.
I don't know.
Now, was it limited to these kind of gory subjects, or did you talk about something else?
No, we talked about other things as well. It was a very pleasant evening. We spent lots of time at dinner, just relaxed, had conversation. We discussed some of our past relationships, where we were at, that we were really each looking for companionship and not to go out and tie the knot necessarily. And certainly as we were talking, it was very evident that Judy would make a very nice companion to spend time with.
Oh, that's very nice. So now you're through dinner and past dessert.
That's right.
Where do we go?
We went back to my house.
Thank you. So you get back to her place now. Now, what do, Steve? Seems like we just left.
One of the things that was a little unfortunate is because of the rapid requirement to get our date in, Monday nights aren't the best nights to go out and do things.
Oh, I see.
We couldn't go dancing, which I was a little disappointed about.
I was going to ask you about that. I thought perhaps since she's, got such a reputation and she's so good, you might be a little intimidated by that.
Well, I thought she perhaps could teach me a few steps.
Oh, that's right. That's great. That's nice. Yeah.
So what we did, I had the opportunity, however, is Judy has a videotape of a number of her competitions, and she showed me a recent one that she had participated in, and she does it very, very nice.
Yeah.
And as she mentioned,
go ahead.
I was going to say, as she mentioned earlier, she looked very sexy in her dress.
Is there, so you're sitting there watching these tapes and stuff.
And
is there any romance at all in this tape?
Well, at about that time, Judy introduced me to her twin sister, Ellen. And so Ellen joined us for the evening, which was fine.
Well, that'll stifle it right there, won't it? Yeah.
Well, that was fine at that point, and then Ellen mentioned about the bullwhips, that they were expert bullwhip artists.
I forgot about that.
That's right. And as you can imagine, Chuck, there's a number of things that could be done with the bullwhip, so I was a little tentative at that point.
I don't blame you. Sure. Visions of Lash LaRue. Now, how did the date end?
Well, it's like this. I remember in the back of my mind, he said he had to get up around 4:30.
Early.
A.M., yeah. So I said to him, what time did you say you had to be up? And he said 4:30. I said, oh my God, it's time for you to go. So I walked him to the door and gave him a big kiss.
Did you? That was nice. Sounds like you have a very nice date and nice memories of it as well.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, good. Well, let's take a look and see the audience picture.
Thank you.
They picked Steve 271%. I mean, boy, no contest there. If you want to take our audience advice and go out with him again, we'll pay for it.
Steve, would you like to go out with me?
I sure would.
Oh,
come on out, Steve. That's great. Have a seat. Boy, I stuck out my hand there and broke his stride for a second. He was on his way to her. Yeah. Thank you both for coming on the show. I'm glad you had a good day. Yeah. Keep in touch. Will you let us know how you do?
We will.
Good. We're going to come right back with our next guest. Stay with us. Normally in this part of the show where the audience chooses a date for our guest, this is what happens at this part of the show, I'm told this segment will be a little different. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know much about my next guest because my staff refused to tell me anything. All they'd tell me is that he's the youngest person ever to appear on Love Connection. He's never been married. I'm going to welcome Zachary Tyler Schultz. Hi, Zachary. Come here. Come here, Zachary. Come on, come on. Come on, we'll have fun. This will be good. Come on. Oh, Zach, how you doing? Come here, Zach. I know who you are. I haven't seen you for a long time. How are you? Are you a little scared? You don't have to be. It's nice to see you. This is Zachary. Zachary is our, the first baby that was born on Love Connection, as a matter of fact. And I think, did you bring me something here? To Chuck Woolery. You're getting old, Zachary. Please read the note inside. Awfully quiet, Zach. Dear Chuck, as the first baby born as a direct result of one of your best Love Connections, I just had to stop by in person to congratulate you and your staff on the taping of your 1000th Love Connection show. That's right, this is our 1000th show. I forgot about that. That's right. I did. I didn't even think about it. That's we got all done. So we have a little statistics here with 16 marriages. We have 3 engagements to the show's credit. Boy, you're so good, Zach. You are. I'm sure that I'll have lots of Love Connection playmates real soon. Just think, P.S. it says, just think, if it weren't for you and the show, I wouldn't be here today, or anywhere else for that matter. What a guy. Well, Zach, you've been awful quiet and awful good now. Can you talk to me a little bit, you think? How old are you now? How old? Huh? How old are you, Zach? Yeah. Zach is 16 months old, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Do you date often, or is this just? I mean, you're dressed fit to kill, pal. You really are. You look good. Girls will be all over you. I'm telling you the truth. Gonna have to carry a club around. Well, anyway, this is Zach. This is me. I want to thank everyone on the staff, and I especially want to thank all of you. who watch the show, for keeping us on the air so long, and hopefully for a lot more time anyway. Thank you for celebrating our 1000th show. I hope you'll be around to celebrate our 2000th show. That's our show for today, and we'll see you next time. I'm Chuck Woolery. I hope all your dates are good this weekend.
If you would like to be on Love Connection, please phone 213-659-6210. Now we're accepting ages 21 or over. Call now.
Fred teaches Lamont and his friends a painful lesson in gambling. Sanford and Son tonight at 9:30. Win, Lose, or Draw is next.
Chuck Woolery's Wardrobe, furnished by La Crosse, a division of Warren Sewell Clothing Company. This is Johnny Gilbert speaking for Love Connection. Love Connection is an Eric Lever production produced in association with and distributed by Lorimar Telepictures.